We're going to switch one thing around just quickly because some people have to catch a flight. So one of the partners this year is the organization that was the principal recipient of the Global Fund grant on people who use drugs or people who inject drugs, on the People Who Inject Drugs grant. And so Right to Care are here, and just as we've got into a really comfortable relationship working with Edward and Ian, it looks like they're not going to be principal recipients anymore. And we have to start all over with new people if we become, being TB-HIV, become sub-recipients. We have to wait and see what happens. So it's a nervous time for all of us. And this might be a sort of a bit of a farewell to each other, but we'll meet again in other areas. So I'd like to welcome Ian Hove to the stage just to say a few words in farewell and before he has to go catch a plane, and then we are going to talk about the outcomes document briefly. But before that, Prof. Hugo has a couple of words to say as well. He just reminded me of something earlier.
Okay, good morning, everyone, and thanks again, Shaun. So, before I say, I think, my closing statement, I think I need to make a confession. The Drug Policy Week is the only event that takes me away from home, brings me down to Cape Town, and I get to spend the full 5 days without seeing other beauties around Cape Town. So, Shaun, I think thank you for organizing such a wonderful event. We've all been captivated by the insightful discussions, exchanging of ideas, but most importantly, coming up with recommendations that are beneficial and recommendations that I think will go on, to serve as measures, that are very pertinent to the everyday lifestyle of the people that we serve. But I want to take this opportunity to also say that as much as Right to Care will not be directly working or getting involved, in the next Global Fund phase, I think we've, as you said, we've spent, the past 2.5 years having a very cordial relationship between TB-HIV Care, between ANOVA, and other, partners that have been part of this exercise throughout. So as we pass on the baton to other partners, I would like to firstly thank, I think, everyone who's in the audience. It hasn't been easy to sit for the full 5 days. So I must say a round of applause to everyone who's here. And also for everyone who took part and everyone who contributed to their insightful ideas and mechanisms to ensure that we better serve the community that we work for. The theme for this year, Policy to Practice, is a very challenging theme. From the statement that was said in the HCV discussion yesterday, that we've been coming to these meetings, we've been sitting, we've been coming up with recommendations, but many years later, we still don't have access to treatment, we're still being discriminated, we're still being stigmatized. It's a challenge that I think everyone has to take back home. It's a challenge that everyone has to personally challenge themselves to ensure that whatever policies, whatever recommendations that we are agreeing on today and going forward, they must be put to practice. So without further ado, I would like to thank the Global Fund, being the funder who has been with us throughout this journey. I would like to thank all various institutions who we have worked with, TB-HIV Care, but mostly importantly, Shaun. I think there have been numerous times that I've requested that please can I have the budget, please can I have the program, and within a very short turnaround time, you would have produced those requirements. So thank you for organizing a very a beautiful policy week, and I want to thank again the city of Cape Town for hosting us, and also I must thank you once again for the participation throughout the week. So I think with that, Shaun, I'll hand over to you, and once again, thank you to everyone.
Thank you. We've got a couple of T-shirts for you. There we go.
Can I just? So seeing that Shaun is giving me the T-shirts from is it from Ulembwe?
No,
Oh.
the policy ones.
Okay. So I saw the Ulembu T-shirt now, but I'm not saying I want it. So I went to the play yesterday, and so that was the only time that I left the hotel. So yesterday I went to the play, and I was very emotional, but at the same time, I was amazed, with how the issues that we are discussing, were portrayed in such a form. And I won't be amazed, and I also want to challenge, if there is the education sector within this forum, that we want to see the education sector, falling over each other to get those guys booked for the play, because it's such an educational piece, it's such an insightful piece. And again, to the director and to all the actors of that play, a job well done. Thank you.